tutorial we will try to look at some of the command with respect to calendar and date. So in Linux there is a command called cal which displays the calendar. So mind it, the command is not calendar but cal, because in Unix or Linux most of the time whenever we use a command we use a shorthand notation for being typing fast. So we use the word cal for calendar, not the entire word calendar. So by default when you issue the command calendar, it will show you the present month of the year. Now if you say cal 2017, it will show you the calendar of all the months when you give a year. So cal 2017 will give you all the months. If you want to have any particular month, not the current month, then you can say suppose cal 03 1978, and if someone wants to know which day you were born, you can find out, okay, I was born in this day and it was Monday, something like that. So cal 03 means March of 1978. Pretty simple. It doesn't have much use, but it is just for the fun. The other command which we will look now is date. Date is again one of the very important command, wherein it will be used in your shell script to determine whether particular file has been modified, and when it was modified with respect to date, what is the current date, and things like that. And the other problem with date is there are lot of options with date, and it is really confusing which date command you should use because of so many options. And one more point of confusion with respect to date command is date is a command which is used to set the system date, as well as it is used to set the system time, as well as it is used to show the system date. So it will be used for setting the system date as well as showing the system date. So let's quickly jump into some of the date command. So by default the command is date, which is pretty simple. If you type the date, it will tell you the current date. Don't look at this date because it says August 2nd and I'm making this video in January 2017 because I just played with my date, so I forwarded my date. So this is the current date. Now if I want to see, so this date is in PDT time zone. If I want to see the date in universal time formatted, which is a time somewhere in London, so the current time in London with respect to whatever date I have would be August 2nd 22 54:11 UTC. So universal coordinated time is a Greenwich Mean Time, which is approximately equals to the time in London. So date minus u will give you the date in UTC format. Now if you see here, date command gives you both the month, day, year, everything, and the current time also. So date command gives you the time and date both. There is no time command for setting or getting a time. There is a time command, but that is meant for a different purpose, for getting the runtime of a user system, those kind of things from the time. But date is the command which is used for setting the date and time both. Now it has some options. We'll quickly go through some of the options. One option is %t. If you want to see only the time, not the date, you can say %t. Again, this can be used in your shell script if you want to gauge sometime what is the current time and you don't bother about date or something, you can use like this. Then the other not so important option is %b. It displays the full month like August. It might be needed, I'm not sure, but it's there, so I just wanted to show you. Then if you say %d, it will display the day of the month like 02, which is the second day. So if you see here day August 2nd, so this is 02, so day of the month. And B is in a full format display the month, entire name. It will not say AUG like here, it will tell you the entire name August. Now if you say date plus %d, so it will, this is probably an important command, you can make a note of this to display in the right format. Usually this is the format in which we display the date, so which is a month and day and a year, 2 digit for the year, and this percentage d doesn't shows you the time, so you have to remember that. Then the next command is percentage f, and which displays in the year, month and day format separated by hyphen. So again, this also you can use it. Probably this command percentage f is better than percentage d because it has 4 letters for the year, which is good. So these are some of the options. Now it is really confusing that which one we should use. So for that I have made a small ppt to show you guys which command we should really use. You can use any of these, or you can go through the man of the date page and look for all the options. You see all these options are there: percentage a, percentage b, which we were seeing as the full month name, and things like that. So it has lot and options. Probably it's a very confusing command, but as and when needed you can refer the man page or maybe google and try to fit in according to your need. I have prepared one slide and which I try to make it as generic as possible for some of this. So let's go through this. So now if you want to show the date in this format, like date in the month, day and year format, so capital Y is 4 digit year format. So this is a 2 digit for month, 2 digit for the day, and 4 digit for the year. If I run this command, my date will display like this, so which is good. So that is one command to remember. The other command is time, which we have already seen. This displays only the time. Then this command is probably very important, and why it is important I will go later on, but first what it will display. So if you give in this format, it will be m is for 2 digit month, day is for 2 digit day, and h is for 2 digit hour, m is for 2 digit minute. So this is a capital M for minute, a small m for month, and y is 4 digit for year, and there is a dot here followed by percentage s, which is a 2 digit second. Now if I run this command, the output would be like this, which is 05, which is 2 digit for month, and then 2 digit for hour, sorry, day, and then 2 digit for hour, 2 digit for minute, and then 4 digit for year followed by second. So let's quickly run this command, and why I want to run this command I will get back to you very soon. So first my date is like this, and then I will run this particular command, percentage m, percentage d, percentage capital H, percentage capital M, percentage capital Y, dot percentage s. Now see, so this is exactly the same as this. Of course the time will run like some second has been moved, so ignore about that part, because here it was 25 seconds, here it is 45 seconds. Okay, now so this is August 2nd, which is here, if you see here, August 2nd, and then we have the time is 15:59, which is in the afternoon, 3:59, and then the year 2017, and the number of seconds. So this 25 is 45 because by the time I have typed, 20 seconds already elapsed. Now this particular command can be used to set the date also. How? If you take this and just copy this, now instead of August, which is 08, I can say September. Now it has set. Why it is not? Because you have to run through sudo, of course, because you need a special privilege because you're setting the time of the system. So I ran it and I will give my password. Done. Now if I run the command date, you see it has changed to September 2nd. It is no more August like this. So this command is very useful. So that's why I was saying that when the date is in this format, you can display the date as like this, and if you want to change some date, you can change in this numeric value and just run the date command as in the next slide like this. So if you want to run with some date, so you say the date, this is a small d, mind it, and then 08 which is August, 02 which is day, second day, then this is time 1536 2017, and then this is second. So this will set the date as August 2nd 1536 37, and whatever the default time zone is there, it will take the default time zone. There is a way to set the time zone also with percentage %G options. You can refer the man page. So this is about date. Now date and time we have seen. Now there is a command called time, but it is not in the usual sense we use this. This time command is for altogether different purpose, and that different purpose I can show you. So let's suppose I have a shell script which I will create now. I will go through all these concepts later on once all the commands complete, but just now I wanted to display something, so I will show it to you. So I have a script bin bash, and inside that I will say echo hello, and then I will sleep for maybe 2 seconds, and that's all. Now I say chmod 777, that is it. Now if I run this command with time this, so any command you can run, or any script or any binary you can run and prefix the time command. So what this will do is it will run for 2 seconds, which we have seen because we have a sleep for 2 seconds. So now if you see here, this in script execution took me 2 seconds, so 2.08, so 8 milliseconds. So 2 seconds and 8 milliseconds. Now there's two more field, one is a user and one is a system. What is user and what the system means? User means the time it has taken for the user based applications to execute. So here it is very short script, it didn't took anything because it's not so precise. There are other ways to get more precise time from hardware clock, which is beyond the scope of this tutorial, and you can also get it from the GIFs in the kernel. If you want, you can look in my YouTube video for GIFs, so we can get more precise time for this kind of small script. But for big script which runs for considerable amount of time, you will see some time here, at least some millisecond. So there is 0 seconds spent for user space applications, and system, which mostly means in terms of kernel and low level things, that also spends 0 seconds for this. If this is a very CPU intensive task, probably these two might have different, but this real time is always you look for how much time this script takes. This real time is a sum of user space plus application space plus everything, so it's a summation of all the time which this script has taken to execute. So this is altogether a different concept, even though it sounds like time, but it's not exactly system time or something like that. It's the time for running, how much time a script or a binary took to execute. Now when we were going for date and time, which we were setting up locally, mind it, you will be able to set up only when in Ubuntu at least, and in other things if you have these settings turned to manually. If you try to say automatically, whatever time and date you set, it will get revert back almost immediately or maybe after some time. So only when you set it to manually, it will set the time whatever commands we were running with respect to date. Otherwise it will just revert and you will be confused, oh, I am setting, why it's not allowing me. So now I will automatically revert back to internet, and now if I run my date command, so it's today January 2nd. So you see I set my date earlier to September something, September 2nd 1559. Now it's January 2nd 5 in the morning, and my time zone is PST 2017. This is the time when I'm recording this video, and time command is for a different purpose. So thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.